So the Pistons just won with possibly the worst starting lineup that I've ever seen. Derek Walton Jr. was starting at point guard, and he's been mainly a two-way contract player. And then Cassius Stanley, who got cut after his rookie season, now playing for the Pistons G League team. And then you have Diallo and Bay, good NBA players. And then Luka Garza, who was a great college player, but he barely got the last roster spot, originally signed as a two-way contract. No disrespect to these guys, they came out and played well, but three of them wouldn't be seeing real NBA minutes if it wasn't for COVID. Despite that, they came out and beat the Spurs, so let's see how it happened. First possession in the game, and the Spurs were already targeting Garza in the pick and roll. He drops during the first screen, and then during the rescreen, he tries to contain, and it just doesn't really work. Greg Popovich, fully aware of Luka Garza's limitations, attacked him all game long. Again, Garza's trying to contain, and a quick inside-out dribble gets White open for a layup. But Garza's here to score. Here he pulls off a nice shake, and he finishes the game with 20 points and 14 rebounds. The Spurs use a simple floppy set here to extend their lead. They got up to 11 at one point. The Pistons being undermanned, they couldn't stop the Spurs from getting into the paint at all. This was a turning point in the game. Derek Walton rips Josh Primo, the Spurs lottery pick, and here comes the comeback. Diallo absolutely clamps Keldon Johnson here. He's pestering him at the half-court line, gets over the screens very well, and then pokes the ball from behind. He gets the ball back, speeds past his defenders to get the layup. Detroit showed good defensive intensity in the second quarter, and here Diallo is again. This game was really sloppy on both sides. It felt like neither team could catch the ball, and this clip here really epitomizes that. The Pistons were able to tie it up, and here's his last shot in regulation, but of course it ends up with a turnover. A match that had 36 turnovers, way above the NBA average. So here was really poor defense by Diallo. Saddiq Bey has to go help on the roller, momentarily leaving the hottest player on the floor, Bryn Forbes, open. Diallo should have recognized this, and he should have sunk to this part of the floor to be able to help on Forbes and trust Saddiq Bey to grab his man, Devin Vassell. As a result, Forbes gets Bey in the air, and Diallo is too late to contest. The Spurs were able to get the lead in overtime, but they were careless all game, and this happens. On one of their last defensive stands, the Pistons fail miserably here. Diallo doesn't want Garza to get targeted in the pick and roll, so he's calling for a switch. It looks like that was improv, as all of his teammates were late to react. After the Pistons hit a single free throw, the Spurs decided to run a very common play. Derek White, the last man in the three-man stack, tries to take a double screen to get to the hoop. This allows his man to trail, resulting in free throws. Here's the Knicks running something similar during opening night. It's still the same play, just different options, and here Fournier is able to get to the hoop just because it's really hard for the Celtics to contain people that are just stacked up together. After those free throws, the Spurs are up 2, and this is a really nice play design by Dwayne Casey. First off, he uses a pin down with his big man to free up the ball handler. And then he rolls Garza to the other side of the court to try to bring the rim protector out of the paint. And then keep watching Garza. He sets a hammer screen on the unsuspecting defender. Walton throws an improbable nutmeg pass, and the Pistons pull off an improbable win.